What is up, guys? Kevin Cage back with another XRP update. I hope you did catch the previous video. Let's dive into this one and keep it rapid fire. So first things first, this is status.hr. He does have some older infographics. You can learn more about XRP, Ripple, you name it, in the entire cryptocurrency space. And of course, you can see that this is an older one. Notice number of XRP wallets. I think we finally did actually break 3 million wallets total, but just wanted to point this out. And of course, if you guys wanted your own XRP poster, links are in the video description right there, XRP poster. All right. So, to kick things off, Rosie Rios, board of directors for Ripple now. She's the 43rd treasurer of the US. And keep in mind, she literally in 2019 alone said that her name, her signature is printed on all US dollar fiat, all paper currency in circulation, approximately what, 1.5 trillion out of the 1.7 trillion in circulation at that time in 2019. Crazy. And of course, she's the one that said XRP is one of the few legitimate cryptocurrencies out there being used by financial institutions. I think this is paraphrased, but again, Status just sharing this. You can follow him at Status right there on Twitter. And of course, here's the actual video clip. And I know I already showed that last week, but very, very cool, guys. Just keep things in perspective. And to no surprise, guys, the fear and greed index is at an all-time high. Notice now extreme fear. Yesterday, extreme fear. In May 2021 will forever be remembered as this massive crash. It's not a market dip. That was a market crash. And if you guys, are new to the crypto space, at least in 2021, welcome. You have your first battle scar. We're talking 60% to sometimes 90% drops in some cases. Now, the question is this, and please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Did this bullish cycle that's been starting since the end of last year just end? Or is it what other analysts are projecting, that we're going into a small period of consolidation before getting that next leg up? I would love to hear your thoughts. Obviously, I'm aware that I'm very biased. I own a lot of crypto. I research it all the time. I'm seeing higher lows being created on the market year over year. So maybe I want to hear another fresh perspective from somebody brand new. I understand it's not fun seeing portfolios go down 30%, 50%, 70%. But just to paint some perspective, last year, Ethereum, $98 during that crash, maybe even a little lower. XRP wicked all the way down to about 11 cents. Cardano was at like 3 to 5 cents. Bitcoin was at $3,000 to $5,000. And now we just rejected that 30K price point. So are we going to hold it? Is alt season finally going to happen? Are we going to get a DeFi 2.0 type of alt season? That is what I want. That is what I expect per the charts and per just investing in assets that I believe have utility, not financial advice. Okay. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, and let's keep moving. Also, Ripple, guys, in a recent document, just the RippleNet coverage overview, we can see supporting 70 countries, so not just 40 countries, 70 plus countries, and growing one new country every single week. Also, Fun Fact Friday, shared by XRP underscore Stewart, so give him a follow. In 2016, we have Anthony DeLorio, co-founder of Ethereum, claimed that an Apple representative revealed to him the 6 cryptos allowed on the App Store at the current time during a private phone conversation. So take this with a grain of salt, but I thought it was, worth mentioning. And notice 2016, keep in mind, guys, back in 2016, they called it Ripple, and Ripples early on, it was not XRP. So please understand that. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Doge, and XRP. So very interesting. And here's the tweet in the old, overall user interface back in the day. Next up, so XRP Crypto Wolf, just kind of going over this recent article of the block crypto. China crashed the crypto market. Cryptocurrency traders say it's because of low liquidity, anxieties about China cracking down on mining, cryptocurrencies, blah, 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 blah. Although I do agree that this could contribute to it. Every time there's a market crash, there's like 8 different stories and narratives. And truthfully, I never think it's just one narrative. I think it's multiple. The chart's going to do what it's going to do. I did not foresee a 80% pullback in certain assets, but it does happen in cycles, usually after forming a few cups and then boom. So the question is, are there going to be multiple drops now, or are we actually going to get a nice big bounce from here and recover out of this? So we will simply see. I know how I'm playing it. I'm keeping my long-term holds, still my short-term trading bag I'm holding. I'm really just dollar cost averaging, and of course, I always have a side cash. That's kind of what I've been doing as a proponent since getting burned last year. So I always keep a bunch of fiat because, whenever I dollar cost average into an asset, what are the odds that I'm catching the exact bottom? Not super high. So typically, I understand that I'm just going to dollar cost average and just put a little in, little in, little in. And then if the market ever does this, you can definitely go after it. But still, I still wouldn't even go all in. I'm always leaving just some fiat reserves on the sideline because it's really just makes you feel a little better. Sanity of mind. Also, this is really interesting, guys. So shared by Roth Economin. This is an interesting slide, and this isn't old news. This came out in May of this month. Check this out. So interesting slide with Ripple being mentioned by Klaus. He's head of oversight at the European Central Bank. Notice this verbiage, Ripple Connect. You know, this is an old term, right? Well, maybe it's still being used. I don't know. We'll kind of look at this. So Ripple Connect and now Ripple Liquidity. And of course, remember the terms and gateways and all of that with some of the other exchanges back in the day, like Bitstamp, and they're listed as if they're product names under like bridge currency. Look at that. Use of crypto assets, not cryptocurrencies, as a bridge currency, Ripple Liquidity, alternatives based on DLT, CLS net. Remember, continuous link settlements. Remember, Darren Moore, King Solomon, and XRP Nuts years ago found the deep connection of Ripple's integration with Finastra's Global Pay Plus, which is integrated into CLS. CLS sends a huge portion. I'm talking, what is it, 1/3 or 2/3 of literally the 5 trillion a day that's sent across Swift. So, yeah, that's pretty substantial. And also alternative connectivity issues. You can see Ripple Connect, response by Swift with GPI. So interesting. I'm not screaming XRP, but I'm showing that it could be an obvious type of RippleNet integration. And it's about future proofing. They're all really looking at different assets. So I'm not going to, act like it's some moon boy. Oh my gosh, XRP is going to do $10,000 tomorrow. But I would love nothing more than that. So we're going to keep moving, take a peek at this document. So just to scroll up, cross-border payments and cooperative oversight, central banking. And notice this was just May 18th, 2021. And of course, Control F. And you can see right here, so this is page 8, okay? So if you want to check this out yourselves. And that's the only mention of Ripple right there. It's a short little 20-page slide, kind of, citing the BIS and, other groups just talking about correspondent banking, payments, remittances, etc. Also, even Anders L., it caught his attention right here. Very interesting with Ripple. But what about CLS net? It's under bridge currency, and that's a really good observation. So we will see. I'm sure there's going to be some researchers out in this community that have already found it. And right here, even this utility settlement coin, utility settlement token that we've talked about in the past, whether it's, UBS, another RippleNet partner that does this, or JP Morgan with their own in-house solution, it's not ticking off the boxes that XRP can tick off in terms of counterparty risk, speed, interoperability, you name it. So maybe I'm biased, but show me a technology that can show all the benefits of XRP and then some, and then we'll be talking. Also, central bank payment news, guys. This did come out on May 19th. A new paper from the Bank of International Settlements, central bank of all central banks. And remember, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple's, literally discussing with the gentleman that's the head of the BIS, Augustin Carsons. So, yeah, take that with what you will. And I know I mentioned that in the last video. And they discuss questions and economic implications of digital currencies, including how digital currencies will unbundle the traditional functions served by money, i.e. store of value, so SOV, medium of exchange, and unit of account. All right, and again, cashless society. I'm not saying we're going to 100% digitization, tomorrow or even in the next 3 years. It's going to take some time, but what we're seeing is obviously digital currencies are becoming more used. I don't think that's a debate. Next, CoinDesk sharing this. Now remember, the parent company of CoinDesk is DCG, Digital Currency Group. Digital Currency Group is an investor of Ripple, Hedera Hashgraph, and a variety of other organizations and exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken, you name it. So we have Brad Garlinghouse speaking here, and this starts today, May 24th to the 27th. So pretty cool. You can register over here. It is on CoinDesk if you follow them as well. And notice this. I thought it was interesting that they don't list Ripple as, a sponsor or anything in between during this time, considering that CoinDesk and Ripple, all of them are backed by Digital Currency Group. But of course, Digital Currency Group does have vested interests per their Ethereum and Bitcoin connections. But we have Ray Dalio, we have a lot of recognizable names speaking here. So it's a virtual event, FYI. So if you guys want to check this out, BitGo, Bitstamp, again, huge connections to XRP back in the day as well. Nexo, Stellar. Gonna go through this. Digital Currency Group, Alliance Block, which I like, that is right there, very cool. CME Group, early investor into Ripple, Circle, Grayscale, Genesis, Hedera, Ontology. We got Stacks, we got Huobi. What else? WorldPay from FIS. We've talked about them. Their connections specifically to Ripple. We got Qtum, We got Bitso, which is literally an ODL partner of Ripple, and they're backed by Digital Currency Group as well. No coincidence. QuantStamp, of course, backed by the World Economic Forum, and they audit all these blockchain networks. We got Tron, so very, very cool. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, today's consensus. So yeah, I retweeted this again and just tweeted it. So if anybody wants to join. And last but not least, guys, so Flare Finance, remember, this is not Flare Networks. They're actually just announcing that they did release their white paper. So you can go to their website. It is flr.finance, and you can read it right away. Click right here, read the white paper, and you can check it out yourselves. About 30 pages, and I've kind of just been going over it high level, but I'm about to dive in now, so I'm going to be excited. I will be personally looking to utilize it any way I can, earn YFin, and really just learn about it. I'm talking to a bunch of people in this community to help me and teach me like I'm a 5-year-old, but nonetheless, you know, I use platforms like CeFi platforms like Nexo. But you have to understand that DeFi will be able to give you a more aggressive yield. So instead of 5 or 6%, what if there's not really many participants? They want to incentivize you providing liquidity. Instead of a 5% return, what if they actually give you some crazy return like a 20 or even a 50% APY? And the thing is, that's happening with assets. I mean, you can see Ramp, you could speculate with API 3 and staking coming up soon. Any asset that really launches staking right away, or even just some yield farming. They have very, very aggressive rates, and I'm sure you guys have noticed that with some of these liquidity pools as well with ETH pairs. So nonetheless, guys, a bunch of information. The biggest point of this video is obviously check out Status, and his links are in the video description. We got the fear, and we're going to see if we can kind of recover out of this. Me personally, I would really like to, but of course, sometimes drops happen when we least expect them, and I did not foresee that one coming that hard and fast. And notice how it happened kind of in 2 drops. So like right when everybody bought the dip, boom, and then you want to buy the next dip and you're out of money. So that's the life, guys. Congrats for surviving thus far, and in my opinion, this market is here to stay. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like it, and I will catch you in the next one.